Today we want to introduce you to Rampage. This is Rampage. What is this for, I hear you ask? This is our mobile ramp and boat retrieval platform. Picture this. You're out in this lake with your small boat and it breaks down, flips over, runs out of battery, you name it. This is what we're going to use to retrieve that boat. Yeah, okay, given it's a little bit faster than it needs to be, but you know what? Whatever. This is also going to be our mobile ramp, and we're going to show you how this works in a minute. We've been experimenting with a number of jet-propelled and drone engine-propelled plumbing products, I guess you would call it, and here it is. Check it out. Now my quick footnote to this video is a little bit of damage was done to the boats. I've lost one propeller out of all that, and propellers are very cheap, so just in case you were thinking this completely destroys them, the answer is no. Now part of the reason for this is that ramp was well below the waterline, so what you don't see is the back of the ramp's floating on a bit more of that pipe, and it's just sitting right at the back of the water, so all the rudder and the propeller are actually picked up and flicked up into the air, and so the only time the vessels are any potential of damage is if they hit the wall or hit the sand on the other side. And one actually picked up a bit of fishing line, so that was an entirely unrelated problem, could have happened even if we weren't doing this. So the other thing that I must caution is if you build one of these, do not put your fingers in the air intakes of the ducted fan motors. I actually managed to rip the tip off one of my fingers, very painful. So warning, 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 do not do that. Keep your fingers away from propellers at all times. Be safe, have fun. See you next time. And if you're interested, put a thumbs up or put something down the bottom and we may show you how to build these things. Okay, see you later.
Hey, don't forget to subscribe and watch these crazy videos too. StupidFastRC.
Now, the other project that you might find interesting is our multifunction platform. Well, that's what we're calling it at the moment because we haven't found a better name for it. But this is a floating platform that we're going to use for a whole bunch of different things. Now, it is going to be remote controlled. We're thinking of fitting some fairly big fan motors to it. We're not sure whether we're going to use drone motors or plane motors yet, just to maneuver it. One of the problems we have, you know, with boating type things is a way of getting them back without putting a canoe on the water, which, because, you know, most often you're not allowed to, is something like this to get out and retrieve things or whatever. So as you can see here, I've just got a boat sitting there, and the idea is that we would drag this, or we would maneuver this thing using the fans across the top of any sort of upturned boat or stranded boat, and we'll probably put either a net in the bottom of there or something like that, so that we can bring that distressed vessel back without going out to get it. That's the main function of this platform. The second function is that we'll also have a top on it, like that, and sorry, I'm getting a bit far from the mic here, but we'll be able to do things like launch things, land things on the top. So that's the second thing that we can do with it. As I say, oh, ignore that shit. And then the other thing that we're looking at doing is putting a couple of ramps up the back like that. So if we're wanting to drive, you know, whatever across the water and up a ramp, we've got a ramp that we can maneuver into the middle of the lake. One of the problems that we've got a couple of ramps and they float nicely, etc. But other than having them on a piece of string, you've got no way of controlling them once they get out in the lake, and that's what we really wanted to do. So that's our other project. We'll keep you we'll obviously make a video once we've got it made, but I thought because we were doing a bit of a vlog today and just generally showing you what we did on a weekend, that's one of the things that we're working on at the moment.